Hello, hello, hello out there in spray wash land. I'm going to talk a little bit about some YouTube stuff and some Facebook stuff and some other stuff. And I'm going to be coming to you from my truck here. I don't know why. It's just I happen to be outside, kind of caught some stuff and decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do something here real quick and kind of get something out there about YouTube and Facebook and, just it's more about making sure everybody knows, what they're doing, how they're doing, why they're doing. So again, I apologize to coming to you from my truck, but look, we can teach you just about everything you need to know on Facebook and YouTube. You do not need to go to the Spray Wash Academy. You don't need to go to Power Wash University. You don't need to go to Spray. You don't need to join Spray Wash Pro. You don't need any of these things to learn about this industry. And so I want to talk about that just a little bit as far as, so for me, can you learn? Yes, you absolutely can learn virtually everything you need to know right here on YouTube, right here on Facebook. It's all out there. It's something that you can learn from. The only thing about it is you have to go through the minefield of it, right? And what I mean by that is simply that there's a lot of really, really good information out there, and there's a lot of really, really bad information out there. You can learn from a guy that has been in business for one day, and you can learn from a guy that's been in business for 30 years. The question is, who is going to teach you the most? You've got a lot of stuff out there on Facebook and YouTube that is really, really good, and you can absolutely grow a business with that information. Here, I'm going to say something along the lines of, you got to look at time and money, right? If you've got a lot of money and not much time, you definitely should be getting the Spray Wash Academy, Spray Wash Pro, Power Wash, whatever it is that you're learning from. If you don't have the time and money, so you've got a lot of time and you got no money, look, maybe jumping on to Facebook and learning some stuff is a really good idea, right? But you just have to keep in mind that who you're learning from and what they're telling you. Ray Burke, as many of y'all know, my partner with a lot of this stuff, been on a rant lately about, who you're learning from and what you're learning and how you're learning. This is all very, very true. You got to keep in mind too that you can learn, again, I'm going to say, you can learn everything you need to learn for the most part right here on YouTube, right here on Facebook, Google it all out. The problem is you don't know whether or not some of that information is good or bad. You do have to look at the age. I don't mean this age, right? I'm getting old. I know that. You have to look at the age of who you're learning from. And again, it's not 20 against 60-year-olds. That's not what I'm talking about. Hey, Mr. Andrew Mills, DE Power Washing in the house. What's up? What I mean by age is age of the company, right? How long have they been actually doing the work? That's one of the things. Again, you can learn from somebody that's just starting out. They can learn something that I don't know, right? Brenda Farley is a great example for me. I taught her how to do something. I've been over this before, and she's taught me some things, right? So we can learn from people that are younger in the industry, not whether it's younger, whatever, but you're going to get good info and bad info. And how do you figure out which is good and which is bad, right? Jeremy Brook, you also have to find out if they wear peach boots or yellow boots. It's a private joke, but it's funny, and that's all there is to it. So, hey, Jeremy, glad to see you. Look, you really don't know who you're getting information from on YouTube unless you do a little bit of research on them and find out what they're about. You can be extremely successful. I've seen this here recently about, I learned from the YouTube University, or I learned from the Facebook unit. Yes, you can absolutely learn a ton. You can make a lot of money. You can do a lot of good things with YouTube and Facebook and all that. But you can also kill a lot of stuff, burn a lot of stuff. I am going to suggest you use both. And what I mean by that is that learn some from Facebook. Absolutely. Learn some stuff from YouTube. Absolutely. But also go to, and especially as you grow in this business and you learn more and more, now start learning from when you can invest in yourself and you can start buying classes from the Spray Wash Academy, which will be going online here pretty soon. This is not a plug for Spray Wash. This is not a buy our course now. Though it will be coming online soon. Just throwing that out there. You can go to Power Wash University. You know, Michael Hindeleiter. You can go to. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, you can go to those places and get really good information, and you're going to be learning from people. But you can also use YouTube and Facebook. There is a great learning curve in this business as well as any business. And again, YouTube and Facebook can help you shorten that learning curve, but are you getting the right information? That is a hardcore part of this. I got a Facebook user that's saying, "What up, Jeremy Brook?" And then Jeremy Brook comes up saying, "Big Flip." So that's the only reason I know it's you, Flip. How you doing out there, Flip? So there's a big learning curve to this in any industry. And learning as much as you can from YouTube and Facebook is a good thing, but you also need to learn from people that are experienced and have more experience than, look, part of the thing here too is that guys that have been out there for 2 years and 3 years, I said it yesterday or the day before, whatever. If you've only been out there less than 5 years, 5 years is really that mark where a business really becomes a business. And I don't mean to offend anybody by that. Not that I'm worried about everybody getting ribbons and offending people and blah, blah, blah. That's not it. But what I mean is that 5 years, if you haven't been in business for 5 years, even banks look at you differently. They don't see you as a real viable business until you've been out there for 5 years or so. You need to be out and you need to get experience. I've seen something about, don't listen to the old guys. Look, I'm not going to get up on the Raymond rant about that kind of stuff, right? So somebody is saying, "What up, Raymond?" I hope I'm not coming through on his page again. That's not the intention. I'm on my page, I think, and I'm supposed to be in the Spray Wash Academy. Am I on Ray's page? Can somebody tell me, am I coming through as Ray? That's not the intention. That's not what's supposed to be happening. So if that's the thing, sorry about that. That's not what it is. So I'm going to put this one up there. Nope. Pay for education. Choose wisely. I don't know who that is, but absolutely. You have to choose wisely, and you have to look at it and say, how long has that person been out there? How long has that person been in business? There are lots of guys that are new that have really good things going on. They know what they're talking about. You can absolutely learn from them. And just like us old guys, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to, so you look like Ray. Yes, you are, Ray. I wish you guys would tell me. I don't know if I'm coming through that way. I hope not, so I'm not supposed to. In my opinion, one of the best ways to learn is try to attend a couple of events. Let me put this up. Try to attend a couple of events. I went to my first training class February 2017. That was a free class. Absolutely. Look, the huge convention is coming up. Does it cost money? No. Wait, let me back up. The huge convention, I'm going to go a completely different direction than what I was planning on going. The huge convention. I'm going to talk about the huge convention a little bit in this whole rant that I got going on here. I'm going to talk about all the convention. The huge convention, does it cost money? Does Spray Wash Academy cost money? Does Power Wash U cost money? Nah, yes, no. Okay, there's an upfront cost, but it saves you money. It's like the proportioner. Okay? It costs money up front, but then so yes, you're on Ray's page. Okay, well, I don't mean to be on Ray's page, so I'm supposed to be on my page. We share this account thing, so I'm not sure. I apologize if I'm coming through as Ray. Don't mean to do that, but there you go. This one says, I'm watching on YouTube and you're coming through at Spray Wash Academy. So that's how I'm supposed to be coming through as Dougie Doo on Facebook. I'm supposed to be coming through as Spray Wash Academy. And Bobby Walker's talking about me again. See, so I can't be coming through as Ray Burke if Ray Burke is sitting there saying, Bobby Walker's talking about you again. So I'm assuming that maybe Bobby Walker's the one saying I'm coming through as Ray Burke because he's messing with me. That's what I have to assume. I don't know. So that's kind of where it's at right now. But anyhow, so look, the whole point in this and that I'm trying to do right now is that who you guys are learning from means a lot, and what you guys are learning means a lot. And you can absolutely learn a lot from Facebook and from YouTube. You just need to be mindful. Has the person been out there washing? Let me go a different direction completely again, and that is, if you were to go out and you were to let's say you had $40 million and you bought 40 trucks and hired 40 crews and you know great stuff. So Ray's saying Doug is Spray Wash Academy just as much as I am. So Ray, you're out there. Am I coming through on your page? That's what I'm asking you right now. Somebody let me know, because I don't know. If so, we got to try to do something to fix that. Anyhow, if somebody spent $30 million and bought a whole bunch of trucks and hired a whole bunch of guys, and they're teaching you how to wash, that's the wrong way as well, because though they know business and they have money, they don't know how to wash, right? So Jeremy is saying, pay now for quality education, or it can cost you more later. That's absolutely part of the thing here. If you're starting out and you don't have any money and you learn some from Facebook and YouTube, that can be a good thing. I'm not faulting that at all. Ray's saying, yes, it shows live as me. I'm Ray Burke. I'm just a much younger and sexier. I'm older than he is, so that's kind of the hard thing. All right, well, we'll have to fix that again. Anyhow, I'm gonna get off my rant. I just wanted to come through and say, learning from Facebook and YouTube, yes, you can absolutely do that. You can learn a lot. If you follow Ray and I's channel, right, everything we're going to teach you through Spray Wash Academy and Spray Wash Pro and all that, you're eventually going to be able to learn through our YouTube and through our Facebook and all that. It just might take you 10 years to get there. So you have to weigh that time versus effort versus money and all that. But the reality is, paying for good quality education, I'm sorry, is worth it. It's worth a lot more than what you're going to learn on YouTube and Facebook, even though you can use both tools. That's what I'm trying to really get through. Use both tools to get you to the level that you need to be at, right? When you first start out, you don't have the money, use YouTube and Facebook, but use it sparingly, cautiously. Make sure of who you're learning from. Make sure that they've got some time, some time behind the wand, all that kind of stuff, so that they know what they're talking about. Ray went on that rant here not too long ago. I am Ray, right? That says I'm coming through his face. Went on that rant about somebody burning up an electrical receptacle and saying it wasn't their fault. Absolutely was their fault. That's who you're learning from, and we're just trying to caution you in who you're learning from. YouTube, Facebook, great places to learn. Dougie Do's rant's going to be over here in just a second, but I just wanted to get that out there, y'all. You can absolutely learn everything here on YouTube and Facebook. It's going to take you a long time, and the mistakes that you can make, the cost of the YouTube and Facebook education. That's where I want to end my point. The cost of YouTube and Facebook education can be so much more than the cost of the education you're going to learn through something like the Spray Wash Academy, Spray Wash Pro, Power Wash U, whatever. Those are going to be your best sources of good, pure education versus not knowing what you're learning through Facebook and YouTube, even though they're good, powerful. Ray with the ugly stick way too much. I guess that's meaning that if I'm coming through as Ray, I'm ugly. Maybe that's what that means. Powerful improvements, again, saying that powerful improvement to the looks of Ray. How's that? Two currencies. How's that say? Two currencies, time and money. Use the one you've got to get the other one. How did I read that? Use the one you've got to get the one you don't. Yes, absolutely. You can use Facebook and YouTube and Facebook to help you grow your business a little bit, to get the money to be able to buy classes and improve your education and learn from that. So let's see. I was also fortunate to have three good mentors in my life when I first started. Let's see, you can pay for plant and property class, or you can buy a bunch. Truth Seeker says you can pay for plant and property class, or you can buy a bunch of plants. That is a fact of life. Anyhow, it does. So this Facebook user says it is. So how does that happen? How can I be on Ray's personal page and my personal page at the same time? It's on your personal page, Doug. In the academy, it shows Ray. So only in the academy I'm showing up as Ray, but on my personal page it shows as me, and also shows up as Spray Wash Academy on YouTube. So Ray says, prime example. How many of us learned washing from Dan? Right, Joe Harveth? Dan eventually realized Dan didn't know his ass from the hole in the ground. So there's Dan's vlog. All right, yeah. Goya, let's go. Let's move on. Yeah. Look, you have to really understand who it is that you're learning from. That's where all this is coming from. That's where my rant is coming from. I'm going to get off of my shit now. Ray is undercover, as Jeremy Brooks says. You can absolutely, I'm going to end it with this. You can absolutely learn a lot from YouTube, Facebook, Google, all those machines. Use those to get to a point where you could pay for good education. Understand that the education that you're getting from YouTube and Facebook could be or could not be good information. You have to see what you're doing there, go from there. So, Doug Gore, Dougie Doo, I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all for listening to me on whichever I'm coming through as, whether I'm Ray, Doug, or I'm getting confused as who I